Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel CNC for TDM. Today we are going to discuss types of lines in engineering drawing. So there are type of lines like if you see here, this visible A is visible line, and then B, in the B it is dimension and extension lines. Uh, so visible line means outline of the components. So I will explain you with the example also. So if you see in this example, this is outline A. This is outline A. These outlines like this, it is A. Outline of the component, visible lines, and thickness of this line is 0.6 mm. That means it is a thick line. Thickness is more because generally thickness is 0.3 mm. Thin lines are 0.3 and thick lines are 0.6 mm thick, like this. So first it is visible line, and in the second, if you see B category, dimension and extension line, and also section line also. Then if you see here, uh, these are our, this is dimension line B. This is thin dimension line. The arrowheads are there. This is a dimension line, and this line is extension line. This line perpendicular to the dimension line, this is a extension line, and these are section lines B, like this, thin section lines at 45-degree angle like this. These are all section lines. So in B category, so these are dimension line, extension line, and section lines. Thin lines are there. Next, if you see here, in the category C, if you see short break line, and D is long break line. You just see here, short break line and long. Short break line is a freehand line with 0.6 mm thickness, whereas this B, it is long break line, thin line, and it spacing is given here 1 inch like this. It is zigzag type of line like this. This is long break line. So how we can see here, if you see this component, this is a short break line. Just to save the length on the paper, if you can just break it and you can give dimension here. This is a short break line, and this is here long break line. If your length is much more, you can just break it and you can show it like this. So this is a long break line D. So this way we can show here, this is long break line and this is short break line. So C and D. So next is, if you see here, next is E and F, which are, F is, this is hidden line, like hidden line, and E is also a dashed line. This hidden line is thin, thickness is 0.3 mm, whereas E is a thick line with 0.6 mm thickness, and this spacing is given here. This is given here in inches. If you see 1/8 inch, this line length 1/8 inch means it is approximately 3 mm, and 1/32 it is approximately 0.4 mm. This gap is there. So this type of hidden line means the in the part which lines are not visible, those are hidden line. If you see in this component, this is a hidden line here, hidden line. In the hole, if you see this hole, if you are looking it from the front side, then there will be a hidden line like this, because this hole is not visible. So you have to give this hidden lines. E, it is given here. E and F, these are hidden lines. So similarly, next is H. H is cutting plane line. You can also give line like this also, the 1 inch length, and then 1 by 8 inch, then gap is 0.4 mm, like this cutting plane line, and also dashed line may be there, cutting plane line. It is these are thick lines, 0.6 mm thickness is there. So H is a, you can see here, this is your cutting plane line H. This is cutting plane like this. So this is a dashed line like that, and this is cutting plane line like this. And next is G. What is G? G is center line. Center line or symmetry line, these are same. So center line is like this. This is 1 inch length, and then gap is there. 1 by 8 inch means 0.8 mm, and then this gap is there like this. This line, this thickness is there, 1 by 8 inch, then 1 by 16 inch, and 0.3 is the thickness of the line. This is center line. So how we show the center line? Center of the holes like this. The center of this hole and center of this hole is there. These are the center lines. So any circular object, center of any circular object, you can give like this. These are the holes. This is also a center line. Center of any hole, center of any round circle or any curve is there. So it is a center line. So this way we define this center line G. Okay. So next, if you see here is K, phantom thin line. Phantom line 0.3 mm thick, and their double dashed line is there. This phantom line, this is an example of phantom line like this. This K. These are extreme position of the parts, moving part. For moving parts, this is the final position of the moving part. So that we can show with the help of this phantom line, this K, like this. So these are called phantom lines like this. And next is, if you see here, next is J. J is chain line thick like this, J. So J, how we show it? J is a chain thick line like this. For any surface, if you want any treatment or on that surface, that maybe it may have to be polished or some treatment, heat treatment may be there, some hardness you have to define on the particular surface. So then you have to give this type of line. With this type of line you can define this. If some special treatment is required on the surface, then this is line is J. Okay. So this way, and one more stitch line is there. It is in assembly. In assembly, we define the stitch lines with the 2 or 3 parts are there. So there may be some relationship in the parts. So that time we have to define this stitch line. So this way we can define all these lines. So you have seen here what how we define this dimension line, extension line, outline, and then cutting plane line, hidden lines this way, and this phantom line, and short break and long break. These are all types of line, and this way we can define all these lines in engineering drawing. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in next video soon. Thanks.